I want you guys to understand one thing. It is a natural reaction for a human being to put something on a pedestal, to focus too much on what we desire or what we need, and to give it too much importance. So when you are thinking too much about something or you are giving too much importance to that thing, it doesn't mean that there is something wrong with you, but there is something wrong with your mindset. Why? Because when we learn about conscious creation, we know that reality is not separated from us, that we are directly and intimately connected with it. So when I focus on the lack of something that I desire, I am creating more of that lack in my life instead of abundance. The biggest change that has to happen within us is a change in mindset. Because when we get this right, everything else unfolds smoothly. Okay, internalizing that idea, that truth, means that you understand that you are feeding a certain outcome with the power of your mind, with your mental energy, and therefore you are manifesting that. If you are struggling with communication with a certain someone, whether it's romantic, platonic, at work, it doesn't really matter. It's very likely that when you think about that person, when you think about communicating with that person, your feeling state is in lack. So you are seeing that lack reflected back to you, okay? But before we get into it, hello everyone. If you're new here, my name is Al. Welcome to my channel. If you're in need of coaching, go to the description box. The information is there. But right now, let's get into today's topic. When you know that you are manifesting what you are focusing on, then you must be very careful to where your awareness goes, right? This is not a knowledge that we typically grow up with. But in a nutshell, if your 3D is not reflecting the reality that you want to experience, it means that you are not mentally aligned to that outcome. So if that's the situation, it is not about closing the gap or chasing that desire or proving to that person that you are good enough for something, okay? The job here is actually to align yourself mentally to that version of you that naturally experiences that. So if you're not experiencing what you desire, it just means that your feeling state, your assumptions, your beliefs, your thoughts, your feelings, they are not aligned to that outcome. You are dominantly in lack when it comes to that thing. So it is important to be in touch with what is happening within you, because you can have a direct assumption that this is not happening to you. When we are talking about communication, right? I can have that assumption that person is probably not interested in me, so they don't want to talk to me. They are not going to text me. That would create also that reality. But I could have the assumption, yeah, he is interested in me. He wants to know more about me. But in the back of my head, without I'm even be aware of, maybe I have some assumptions that say, men don't like texting, men don't like talking on the phone, okay? So this is also going to affect my manifestation. So whether I have a direct assumption and I believe that this is not going to happen, or I fear that that could not happen, or I have something else in the background that is playing a role in my experience. I may think I'm not a priority. I may think men don't like texting. It just shows us that the way that we think about the world around us and about us play a role in how we experience life. Okay, so it's not about what the 3D is reflecting back to you, what seems to be true. It's about what you accept to be true. This is often a question of perspective. Sometimes we are so aligned to the negative outcome that we can only see the negative in this. But, I like asking myself always, is there another way to look at this? And then I choose something that is more neutral or more positive, because I don't want to relate to negative outcomes. I know that if I do, I am creating it. And one thing that I always tell my clients is, you are not changing the moment right now. There is no reason why you should resist it, because this moment was created some time ago, what you are doing is you are shifting into a different experience. It is a different version of you that is going to get different results. So when you relate with lack of communication, when you relate to a version of your specific person that is lying, that is not trustworthy, that is not consistent, that is not pursuing you, you are basically keeping yourself in that reality that you don't want to experience, because you are saying, this is how it is. This is who I am. There are two important aspects here. One is your self-concept. It's how you are seeing yourself, how you are relating to others, what you think people think and feel about you. Let me tell you something. What they think or feel do not matter. You shouldn't even think about it, but we often do, okay? It is about how you define yourself. Who do you think you are? And when you stop caring about what people think, what people say, what people do, then you are going to see your own assumptions reflected in them, because it's coming from your own confidence. This is who I am, okay? I am a catch. I am the best. I offer a lot. I am unique. People will never find someone like me. Then that's going to be reflected in them. But the other aspect that sometimes we forget is the assumptions that we have about that specific person. One question that you can ask yourself is the way that I'm seeing that person helping me achieving my goal or standing in my way? Because if I have assumptions, that person doesn't like to talk on the phone, doesn't like to text, that person is always busy, doesn't have much time to be with me, that person is always around family, that's why they are not always on the phone, or many different stories, okay? But if you have assumptions that mean they can't give you what you want, then this is what you are going to experience. So part of this is also analyzing your assumptions and holding on to what suits you. When you think about that person, what you want to assume is that their energy is coming towards you. You want to feel it, you want to know it. So the assumptions that you should have should imply that I know they are interested in me. I know that they want to know what I'm up to. I know that they love hearing my voice. I am always on their mind. I know that they can't get enough of me. You want to create a sense of closeness, togetherness. You want to feel and know that that energy is coming towards you. When you think about communication, you want to feel like it's a natural thing. It's a normal thing for you to experience with them and for them to experience with you. When you think about yourself, you are thinking about a version of you that is used to that, to talking to them all the time, to experiencing them. And when you think about them, you want to hold on to a version of them that can give you that. That's basically the magic of manifesting communication. That's why I say it's not that difficult. The difficult part is you overcoming your beliefs, you overcoming your mindset. When you internalize the idea that whatever you focus on, and it may sound or may feel delusional, but it's not. Whatever you focus on already exists, and you are going to experience it because you are projecting it onto the 3D, then it becomes very easy to experience that outcome, okay? You got this, guys. That's it from me. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.